Let's listen to President Obama. President Obama was speaking at Howard's commencement this week about numerous things, and a listener actually emailed in and said, this is a very good segment of the speech. And like I say, apparently at one point during this speech, he said to the predominantly African-American students, be proud about your black heritage, which, like we said earlier, has really offended Tucker Carlson. And it's gotten really not enough attention because this is the type of thing that rips a country apart when descendants of slaves and descendants of people who could not vote as recently as 45 years ago, 50 years ago, when people who are subjected still to discrimination that is demonstrably proven time and time again
just like
in the
Dr.
workforce.
King would say.
Right, just like Dr. King.
Let the past be the past.
So Tucker Carlson was upset about that. But here is a great piece of the speech where Obama is talking about organizing. Now, I have some issues with the idea that Obama was, in some respects, constrained by a Republican Congress, but of course he was in certain areas, not the least of which, and a Democratic Congress in that instance, when you talk about, like, say, closing Guantanamo. In other areas, he could have acted unilaterally and didn't, but I thought this was a very important thing for the president to say, really to all people, but he said it here.
You have to go through life with more than just passion for change. You need a strategy. I'll repeat that. I want you to have passion. You have to have a strategy. Not just awareness, but action. Not just hashtags, but votes. You see, change requires more than righteous anger. It requires a program and it requires organizing. At the 1964 Democratic Convention, Fannie Lou Hamer, 5 feet 4 inches tall, gave a fiery speech on the national stage. But then she went back home to Mississippi and organized cotton pickers. And she didn't have the tools and technology where you can whip up a movement in minutes. She had to go door to door. And I'm so proud of the new guard of black civil rights leaders who understand this. It's thanks in large part to the activism of young people, like many of you, from Black Twitter to Black Lives Matter, that America's eyes have been opened, white, black, Democrat, Republican, to the real problems, for example, in our criminal justice system. But to bring about structural change, lasting change, awareness is not enough. It requires changes in law, changes in custom. If you care about mass incarceration, let me ask you, how are you pressuring members of Congress to pass the criminal justice reform bill now pending before them? If you care about better policing, do you know who your district attorney is? Do you know who your state's attorney general is? Do you know the difference? Do you know who appoints the police chief and who writes the police training manual? Find out who they are, what their responsibilities are. Mobilize the community, present them with a plan, work with them to bring about change, hold them accountable if they do not deliver.
I mean, the thing I like about this this segment of the speech, I mean, it's one thing to, sort of tell people to vote, and I think I like the fact that he brought it down to even a local level. And I think one of the things we try and do at this show is to gets you a sense of, we don't get that granular, but we try and get granular so you understand where pressure points are in the system, where there is value in organizing and responding. And then the other part of this program is that we also have an opportunity to bring Obama in and actually get more specific.
It's not enough to hate the white man. You need to know how to take over his businesses, throw him out of his homes,
Right.
defile his daughters,
Right.
and destroy his religion.
Right.
We can stand here and we can listen to Brand Nubian, and we can listen to the brother minister preach. But if we don't burn down Whitey's home, we don't terrorize Whitey on the street, then we're not going to have the results that we fundamentally want to see.
That's right.
Allahu Akbar.
So the idea is just don't just be passionate, but actually get out there and do stuff that's
Don't
really,
just be talking
really
about
gonna be
how
upset.
Whitey controls the vaccine
Upsetting
supply in your
Tucker
dorm
Carlson.
room. Get out on the street. Burn down a home. Carjack a car. In L.A. in 1992, they didn't sit back and bemoan what happened to Rodney King. They burned down the yellow man's laundromats. That's what we need to do today.
We've gone a little far. I don't know why we don't have video of that part of the speech, but Hi, I'm Sam Seder, and this is an Ann Coulter doll.
You should not be immigrating here. Stay in your country and hate us.
For smart progressive talk and a little bit of this and even a little bit of that.
Mission accomplished.
Subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook to get some of our best video clips.